Hi everyone. Hope you're all doing great in this coronavirus time. Hope you're staying home and then staying safe. So I just wanted to know one thing. What is that really makes you happier? Just think on this question. Ask yourself like 10 to 20 times what is that really makes you happier? Is it money? Is it cars? Are these materialistic things? Are these any emotions that, like, if you help people, like, you get certain positive feelings around you, or is it anything else? You have to think on this question, what you makes you what makes us happier. After all that we want from this life is a happy life, right? We want to lead a wonderful life where we're all happy and all the people around us are happy. So think on this question, what makes you really happier, and just focus on this. If you ask this question to your mind, it'll even think even in your sleep, and you'll get the answer for sure. Just think on this question and just have the thought for yourself. One more thing is that good grades? Because in a student time, it's all grades that matter, and in a job that we're doing, it's all our salary, our package that matters. But is that really very important? Yeah, it is important. You have good grades, you get a good job, you get a good salary package and all. But is that the only thing that is making you happier? According to your research, for every dollar you earn, there is this feeling of earning $1.5 more. It has already been proven by research. A lot of psychologists say this. Like, if you are earning 1 rupee, there is an interest of earning 1.5 rupee more. So is that it? Is it good grades or money that makes you happier? See, according to research, it is this amount in US, for suppose this is dollars in US. So if you're earning $75,000, and that's it, money is not gonna add any of happiness or any of the emotional things to your life. If you're having this much of amount, it can give you all the amenities that you want for a good life. And after that, there is nothing that's money is gonna add to your life. So if you're well enough, if you are earning much, and if you have good education, good you're having food 3 times a day, or if you're not sleep deprived, if you're not stressed, if you have adequate income, then it's okay. Then money is not going to add any value to your life. So think on this term, think on this, and then just think: is that money that I'm looking forward in my life? If so, then just you have to think about it. It's not always like awesome stuff is awesome. When you buy a new car, it is new car only for a few days. That is what hedonic adaptation says. See, recently I bought a tablet, so I've been using it for the first 3 days. I was like, I was on it for the first 3 days, but later on, I'm not touching it these days. I don't know why. Maybe that is because of hedonic adaptation. So awesome stuff is not always awesome. You buy a new car, it'll be a new car for a day or two. And after that, it is the old car, and you are not as enthusiastic or as happy as you bought it on the day one. So think on this. So stuff is not gonna make you much happier. So this is one point which I would like to make clear, because a lot of time there is a situation where different options, different ways come in our mind. Suppose if we are going to do one job, suddenly a new different thought comes to our mind, and we are in a dilemma on what to choose. So first question is, if you are see remember this always, if you are deviating at least 2 millimeters, it will lead you to a new destination. Suppose you want to become for example, if you want to become a teacher, and you want to teach people, you want to spread the knowledge, then suddenly you're doing something else. You are actually doing a lot of thing on data science, machine learning and all. And you might end up teaching that, but suddenly you also think to develop something, you want to start a startup in something else. So see, 2 millimeter deviation will lead to a new destination. This is very important. So never deviate from whatever you have chosen to become. If you're deviating, tell to yourself, no, stop it, please. I don't want to do this, because this is a clear cut example. See, if this flight is starting here, even 2 millimeter deviation of this flight route will lead it to two different cities. This is USA. So if it's going to New York, but if 2 millimeter deviation will lead it to Delaware or Albany. So you have to think. So never deviate. Deviation is common, but you have to say no. That's how we have to be focused. So first thing in choosing any career path is you have to ask why. Why am I doing this? So many people have told me why is not so important, but I say why is really important. Let me tell you a small anecdote which I have come across recently. Here it says there are two buildings. There are two buildings which you want to cross. Uh, I say I'll give you 20 rupees if you cross from one building to another building, over like from top of one building to another building on a small ridge. That is on a small ladder that is connecting the two. Any sensible person would say no. Why would I do that for 20 rupees? But if I say the other building is on fire and your relative or your son, daughter, friend, or mother, father, and someone is there on that building or in that building, will you do it or not? You will do it definitely. Any person, just I said, with common sense, with some attachment, will definitely do it, because the power of why is really important. Earlier the why was just for money, 20 rupees, but now it's a matter of relations. The power of why is is really great. Why is really important. So think why in everything that you do. It's going to help you really. It's helping me these days. So yeah, I'm thinking in everything that I'm doing, why am I doing this? Why am I taking this step? What is that I'm going to get from this step? So why is really important. So here is a small saying: the person who has a clear, compelling why will always defeat the best of the best at doing how. Suppose many of the people are worried on or afraid of becoming civil service, attempting civil services exam. It's not because it's the exam in itself is really tough. It's because they're afraid to put in a lot of effort. They don't know why they want to do that. They just want to do it because they look. Many people say civil servants are like they have a lot of respect in the world, and you want that. So, but they don't have that why factor. So if you really have why, all the how and all is the next step, and you will get that in the process of doing. And if you know why, how is something that you will definitely automatically know. So first think on why. Why is really important. How is later. So the next thing is, if you don't know what to look for, you certainly won't get it. So when you ask why, you will know why, and you look for things you want. So if you don't know what to look for, you certainly won't get it. Please look, guys, look at things that you want. If you're not thinking on what you want, then how can you get what you want? Right? It's simple. It's very simple. If you don't know what to look for, you certainly won't get it. Just look for it. Thank you. And choices. So these are the steps in choosing whatever. So first, that shape our career are these five things that are going to shape our career. First thing is choices. So whatever you choose must be very much like you have to think about it a lot, and you have to choose very wisely. And then what are the steps that are you taking, so that you are taking in order to fulfill your choices is really important. So that comes in the behavioral part, where you act on your choices. So when you're acting on your choices, when you're doing things day by day, week by week, month by month, year by the year, it becomes a habit. This habit development is really important. So choice becomes a behavioral act, and the behavioral act day by day becomes a habit. And these habits get compounded and give you results. So if you go for a jog, if you go for a morning run every day for one complete year, you will definitely see a change. But if you go for a jog every day morning, and if you look for a change within 3 to 4 days, you will certainly not find it. So compounding effect is really important. So daily habits will result in a compounding effect. So that's how you reach the goal that you have set up. That is the last and foremost step that you always wished for. So when you have better choices, you have great acts. When you have great acts, you develop good habits. When you have good habits, there's a compounding effect that will lead to your goal. This is the point that I wanted to make clear. And the next thing is, this is for the class 10 students. If you are not of class 10, or if you are some other pursuing, and you can skip this and you can stop the video from here. Thank you guys if you are not from 10th. So what after 10th is a question in every student's mind. So a lot of when I was in 10th, I used to think I want to do that, I want to do this. When someone else is coming and telling me do life and this is great, man. Many people give a lot of respect to people who are doing that. I had this lot of dilemma in my 10th, and I did a lot of mistakes in my life, and I pretty much know what they are, and I have introspected all these years in my graduation. I pretty much know. I think it is wise if you know what after 10th, if you decide on earlier, talk to people and know what you want to become. Ask yourself why. So too many options. So that makes us really confused. So you have this, someone wants to become a doctor, lawyer, a lot of other options. You want to become a teacher, pilot. Someone wants to join NDA. Someone want to become an IAS. Some people recently there's a trend of joining IITs and IITs. Every student who's passing out of 10th or 12th want to join IIT, NIT, or a doctor from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIMS. So that's how it is. You should know what you want to become. So whatever I've told you will apply even here. So you should have a choice, and for choosing the choice you should know why you're choosing it, then how will be easier, and then you have to develop a act, and then it will be a habit, and then compounding effect, and that's how you reach the goal. Very simple funda. So this is all will help you in choosing one of your career stream. So ask all these things before choosing anything. First is why, as I've said you earlier. A second is motivation. For anything that we want to do in our lives, there should be a motivation factor. There will certainly be a motivation factor, right? So what is that motivation for you to do this, for you to choose this is really important. Ask your brain, it very well knows what your motivation is. And then what is the influential factor that is motivation is different and influence is really different. You are motivated by things around you every day. You can even motivate by animals. You can even get motivated by people walking on road, old people, anyone. But influence are a few factors that are influencing you. Suppose if you are choosing to become an IAS officer, what is that motivation, and what is that influence that has influenced you to choose that? What is your motivation? So when you have motivation, what is that influential factor to first of all look on to that option, and then get inspired to follow that. That's how it is. And then after choosing what you want to do, you should know how to do it, not just blindly follow people who are doing. Not, you should never have a herd mentality. You should know how to do things prior, and you should have a proper plan. When you have proper plan, you have positive energy around you, and you will definitely be able to solve anything that is coming in front of you. And you have to take, just knowing is not sufficient, you have to act on it. Then that's how things are made into a habit, and that will become a compounding effect, and that's how you succeed in your goal. Do more than expected. See, your brain is such thing, when you limit it to certain line, then it will be limited. But tell your brain, "Yeah, I can do better. I can do better every day." See, in this Three Idiots film, there is a term called all is well, right? So everything is okay, man. You have to just motivate yourself, do more than expected. You should have this momentum going on. When you have this momentum going on, no one can stop you. Momentum is really important. And see, a small example I would like to give you. For suppose if you go for a jog, you're running suppose one mile per day every day. One day you just think, why not 1.1 mile today? And when you set this target of 1.1 mile, try to achieve 1.12 mile that day. Try to overcome, do the unexpected. This is what I am expecting. And I've read this from wonderful books. A lot of books say these things. And I'm giving you gist of all these self-help, so-called self-help books that tell us. These are something that they emphasize on in every book. So please do have why factor, motivation, influence, how to do it. You have to take an action, have a proper plan. You have to develop it into a habit, and you have to do more than expected. That's it, man. Thank you. Thank you for staying up so long. I just wanted to convey all these things. I know I've stopped. I had this bits ups and downs in this video, but thanks for staying up so long.